My name is Carlos Walker, and this is Black Authors Matter. If so, today I have a special guy. His name is Michael, and he has a character named Wimmy. I'm not going to talk too long. If you will, Michael, how are you doing?
I'm well, Carlos. Appreciate the opportunity. Happy holidays to everybody. We've been in a grinding mode. Continuing to promote WIMI, not just the educational content on PBS or YouTube, but the books that we've created to help kids learn.
So, most people don't know you. I know you personally because we met. But if you will, share a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Yeah, Michael. I served 8 years in the military. Came home and like many veterans, the transition was challenging. I ended up driving a New York City yellow cab for 2 years, hustling, trying to figure out who I am. And with that, I finished school using my GI Bill, moved to Michigan, and I co-founded an organization that helps veterans who were wounded in combat heal through art and creativity. And I saw the impact creativity had on helping veterans heal. So I wanted to use creativity to help kids learn. And that's when I created Wimmy the Robot. And so I'm
Mm.
happy to say now, Wimmy is seen on millions of homes around the country on PBS, a growing YouTube channel, and the amazing books, that we have.
So, how many books have you written? If you don't mind me asking.
We've written about 3 books, two of them published, one of them self-published.
Mm. All right. So, let's get into why did you create women?
You know what? Wimmy was created, as I referenced, it became an opportunity doing work supporting veterans that have been wounded. As I mentioned, I served, very fortunate I made it back. But some of the guys that I served with, and some of the guys that, have served our country did not come back,
Thank you for your service too.
correct, in physical abilities. And so seeing that creativity helped them heal through an organization I co-founded, I saw the opportunity to help kids heal, and so that's when I created Wimmy. And when we first built Wimmy, and I think you got an opportunity to see Wimmy the 1.0, which was built out of reusable parts,
Mm.
and then you also got a chance to see Wimmy the mascot. But we built Wimmy out of reusable parts so that kids who look like you and I, who come from under resource communities, can recognize that with the power of imagination, anything is possible. And
Mm.
so, how an idea started from a bunch of materials that you would find in the trash can. Wimmy's head was built out of a cookie box. The body was made out of a box, and then the parts were just different parts that we strapped together. And so, through that, we wanted kids to recognize that their imagination is extremely powerful if they can put some action behind it. And so that's what inspired Wimmy. And now, we're hoping to become a companion that inspires kids to learn, love, unite, and explore.
And it's through the arts, through creativity. Uh, the book, your first book. Do you have it on
Yeah,
hanging?
I do. This is it right here, and I want to show everyone. So this is
That's
the
wonderful.
Wimmy plush toy that we have. And like I said, I'll send you pictures, Carlos, of Wimmy 1.0. So, the amazing people you have watching your show can recognize where we've come from recyclable parts to a toy kids can connect with. So, yeah. So this is Wimmy's Dreams. And you can see Wimmy is on the cover of it. And it's really a creative, imaginative book that inspires kids to recognize, exploration, imagination, visualization, creativity. And hopefully that will help them want to learn to read.
So, if you don't mind, share a little bit about Women's Dream. You've told me what the book what it's based about, but tell me a small part of his dream.
Yeah, so Wimmy is this amazing character who's a robot who has dreams like a young child. one of the excuse me, one of the pages, Wimmy dreams about going into outer space and
Mm,
planting a garden for his friend. It just really inspires the child. Wow, can I go out of space, and can we
mm.
really plant a garden? Which shows the importance of conservation of the environment. But it also shares with kids that there is a world outside of what we that we're able to walk on,
Mhm.
and they too can explore space, can explore innovation, and Wimmy is the character that helps bring them to that opportunity.
So, is this your first? Is this the self-published book?
Yes,
So your first book was your self-published book.
yeah,
Share a little bit about the success that you have gained from the self-published, because what I learned, I am also self-published, and I tell a lot of authors, shoot that way. It's good, don't get me wrong, it's good to let somebody else do the work. When you create a book and they see the vision in it, they will dump it 100-fold if they see the vision. But when you start from ground zero with a self-published book, you love the people, you get to meet the people, you get to do all the work, opposed to just letting it sit there, and it becomes something greater. So share your journey about being a self-published author, of your mind.
100%. You're absolutely right. It's like a child, right? Um, when you've created a book that you are self-publishing, you are playing every aspect of the purpose of what the book is about, from the ideation stage to finding the illustrators to figuring out how do I get this to the market, how do I promote this on social media, and to your point, you really make that connection with the person who
Mm.
is eventually making that connection. I think that's how you and I connected. I mean, your story, hearing your story, and just being captivated by your journey, and then it's a product, it's a book. I can touch it, I can feel it, and I can see you, and I know you. You look like me, and so it means a lot. And I think the struggle is part of the journey,
Come on.
right? It's part of the journey. You need to go through this in order to to get to that next level. But we're really excited, that we've published our own books. And I, to your point, if and you know what, getting a publishing deal is a really, really difficult thing. And I think for many of us, if we wait to get published, that's never gonna happen, because the likelihood of that happening is very, very difficult. And so if you've got an idea, you've got some words, you've got a vision, I empower you to publish it on your own, get it out there.
And you do have two other books now. Those are were picked up by publishers, right?
Correct. We were fortunately picked up by, excuse me, Zonder Kids, HarperCollins, and it's an imprint of HarperCollins. And I think it's the fact that they were able to see that we've built the character, we've got an audience, and now they're going to help us continue to to push that. And so, but it really starts with you, doing a lot of the legwork yourself, and that is through creating a self-published book.
And for you, it is the self-published book probably has been the most rewarding because of the journey. As you said, there's a struggle in the journey,
Oh yeah.
but outside of the struggle, there's also reward. So I don't want, for y'all who listening, I don't want you to get caught up just in the struggle. He's also a product of what reward looks like because of the work he did over here. HarperCollins, or what's the name of the well,
Zonder Kids, an imprint of HarperCollins. Yes.
they ended up picking up the book and seeing the vision that he had put in. That's what I want you to be able to get, because it's people like him that inspires me. While yes, I'm a self-published author and I'm pushing and doing what I do, when I see somebody look like me do the work that they done. Look, I remember when I met him, InvestFest. Thank y'all,
Yes,
Troy
absolutely.
and Rashad for what y'all actually done, putting something together so then we could come together. But it's brothers like you who inspire youth through the journey you have been through, being in the military, coming home, being able to use just creativity to free the minds of those other brothers and sisters, white or black, just brothers and sisters in the army who have lost who had lost their way because of what they had went through. But you found your way back through creativity.
Yeah, no, you're 100%. And I think seeing the impact that the work that we've done with both veterans and kids is my reward,
Mm-hmm.
right? The other day, we were about a year ago, we were in Springfield, Massachusetts, and this lady purchased a book for her granddaughter. And at that time, her granddaughter could not even read. Carlos and family. I got a text message about a year after with a picture of the little girl saying, Mr. Michael, I can read the book now.
That is
She told,
reward.
she said, I can read the book now. I mean, that's that's peace, that's blessings, that's the future right there. You know, her sharing with me that, because of the book that her grandmother supported, she is a reader, and we inspired that. So that's a reward, right?
That's a reward.
That's part of that journey
Mm-hmm.
as a self-published author, as a self-published, or as a connected producer, as a self-published, whatever you're doing self by yourself, you have the opportunity to connect with that one person or many people that this product is going to inspire them and give them hope. And I think that's the reward that we've been feeling with Wimmy, and we're excited to keep it going.
I like to say that for me, when I think of Big Bird, when I think of things of that nature, I think of you.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I
And
think
I
of
tell everyone we're building the Sesame Street for the digital age learner, right? The
I
kids
remember
who are
when you told
learning
me.
through innovation, through creativity. I truly believe, Wimmy is the character that will help parents, teach kids how to use their imagination, how to be creative. Especially we're living in a digital world
Mhm.
where, um, you know, whether you like it or not, AI is going to play a key role in everything around us. And so how do we help our kids understand, yes, there's AI, but still there's
Use
this
your
tool
imagination.
there's this that needs to feed this engine,
AI
and it
can't do
comes from
what we
here.
can do. AI can't do what we can do.
No.
We were the creators of AI. So now you
Yes.
have to be able to learn that you are AI shouldn't be the creator of you. You should be the
No.
creator of thoughts and ideas. Uh, Another thing that I wanted to bring up, when I think about this, not just Sesame Street, I think about uh, LeVar Burton,
Hmm.
the Reading
Reading
Rainbow.
Rainbow.
I think about things of that nature because it's you using not just the book, but you using production to draw youth in. I thank you for being the person that God has allowed you to be. Because guess what?
Mm,
Had it
peace.
not been for some of the things that you are doing, that little girl that shared that she can read the book now, I don't know who she may inspire,
Yeah.
and it's probably going to be many. But I had a guy pull up on me one day and he showed me, he just was imaginative. He said, I got two apples. How many apples do you see?
Hmm.
And when I look, I want to ask you, what do you see? If these were two apples in my hands, how many apples do you see?
I mean, two apples,
It's the seeds.
the seeds.
The seeds
Oh.
make more apples. When I seen it and he showed me, I thought about seeds and I thought about all the apples to come.
Hmm.
And I told him there was an infinite amount. You dropped one seed,
Hmm.
you don't know how many more people will read because that young girl decided to
Absolutely.
be able to read your book. But not only just for her, everybody else. So I inspire you, or yeah, I inspire you to keep doing what you're doing because what you're doing is needed.
Thank you, and I appreciate that. What a reference to focus on the seed, not the physical object, which is so key and so powerful. I'm going to actually keep that in mind as I keep building, as I keep, eventually hoping to seed the future. And I think that's what we're trying to do with Wimmy. We built Wimmy purposely as a robotic character, because we saw where innovation was going.
Hmm. And
I
it's
mean, we look at, a lot of kids, especially kids who look like you and I, too many times we are consumers of digital, innovation. And so with Wimmy, we want them to know that no, they don't have to be a consumer, they can be a producer. So that's
mhm,
why even in Wimmy's books, we're asking kids question. If you were to go in outer space, what would you want to do?
trigger the mind.
Yeah.
So I got another question. What's the future for women? What do you perceive? Because I want everybody to be able to understand your vision and how they can help support the vision.
Yeah, I think our vision is to, like I said, grow a family focused educational media company that is inspiring kids to want to read, that is inspiring kids to have a conversation, be innovative, not afraid to fail, and recognizing that yes, many of us can be athletes or musicians, but there's so much more that we can pursue. And let's figure those out. And so, can we build a media company that is positive, that's educational, that is focused on inspiring and not lifting our kids down? That's our focus. And we're looking to get attention from some of the properties that are out there because some of them are not positive.
Hmm.
And so we're building a media company that's focused on education, innovation, and positivity, and that's what we're about with Wimmy.
I know recently you DM me and you was sharing another vision that you have, and that was to like get 100,000 copies of this book out to young kids. Share that vision. So if
Yeah,
anything, if people can help support, I want them to do one thing: help support
I
because you got
appreciate
a
that.
vision.
Yeah, we do have a goal. We're launching this initiative called One Count, One Country, One Book, and the goal is to put this book, Wimmy's Dreams, into 100,000 kids around the country. And the purpose is that so we can inspire kids to dream big, to look outside their window and not see it as what they see, but see it as what they potentially could turn it to be. And I think Wimmy's Dreams does just that. And we're launching this campaign on MLK Junior Day because education was a very important focus of true freedom, right? Freedom without education and purpose puts you back in the chains or puts you back into segregation days. But if you have an unlimited potential with your mind, with your capacity, that is true freedom. And that's what we need to inspire kids to recognize that this is where freedom comes from when you're able to, create, innovate, and inspire people to want to do good. And ultimately, build a life for yourself and your family, and eventually a generational opportunities. But that's what we're trying to do with Wimmy's One Country, One Book is to inspire 100,000 kids to recognize the power of their imagination through this amazing, lovable character called Wimmy the Robot.
Look, before we leave, I do have two things I need you to do. Number one, I need a word of wisdom, something that may empower others to know that, hey, you can do anything. I don't care what background, what you went through. If you look like us and you're from, or look like anybody, and you're from a impoverished spot, you can still use, or you're a military guy. or female who has went through a hard time, that you can come out of that. Give them a word of wisdom. Last thing, I need to know everywhere they can get your book, everywhere that they may be able to contribute to this campaign when you launch it, because I want them to be able to do one thing. He said, one country, one book. You want to make sure it inspire not just the kids in Michigan, but the kids around the world. And guess what? Michael is committed to this.
I am. I'm very committed. What's interesting is, I'm a product of, I'm my family from Haiti. We moved to the Bronx, and so I truly believe in the power of service.
Mm,
I think when you commit yourself to others,
mm,
I think so many opportunities open up. And I think we need to inspire more service within the kids in our communities, that it is important to give back, because when you're giving back, the reward is so much, much bigger and the opportunities open up so much wider. And so it's not about what's for me all the time. What can I do for others?
come on.
And I truly believe in that, because it really opens you up. It opens your heart. It opens your mind. Now you're innovating, because it's not just about you. It's about, what is the kid next door? What does he need? Or how many other kids are like him that are going through the same problem? How can I help? How can I create? How can I innovate? When you start thinking about others, you start recognizing the value of your imagination, the potential that lies within yourself. And I believe I developed that um, during my military service, but also now outside of my service, recognizing how the more I give, the more I receive. And I think at a young age, if we can empower our kids to recognize that, I think our kids will be in much, much better position to lead a nation of hope and positivity.
Mm.
And then lastly, yes, one country, one book, Wimmy's Dreams. You can visit our website, wimmy.tv. You can purchase a book. Um, During this campaign, you purchase one book, we're donating a book.
Mm.
And so it's an amazing opportunity to help kids learn, be creative, dream big. And they can purchase that on our website, wimmy.tv. And then, yes, follow us on our socials, Wimmy's World, WIMEES WORLD. We're excited, grateful for you, Carlos, and they can visit us um, on all of the platforms, Wimmy's World. And again, salute you. Love the book. I got my copy. Love, and I appreciate that. And I see that you're doing amazing things as well. So anytime we can collaborate, I'm really excited about it.
Appreciate you. Before I go, I do want to tell you, don't stop.
Can't
What you
stop.
what you're doing is so important to the community that it goes beyond who you are. You learn service, and what happens is, because of that, so many will get service, but God will continue to bless you, man, because of your
No,
heart.
I'm grateful for that, and I am a man of faith, and that is my North Star.
So, my name is Carlos Walker. This is Black Authors Matter, uh, and this is Michael. Continue to push women. Blessings.
Salute. Thank you.